Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Techtonica. We are going to start off this episode by tossing in these excavator bits, and while that is drilling to the next level, which we'll unlock really soon, as you can see in the top left, we only have 32 meters to go. I will show you what I did off camera. So I started off by, I just added like this machine here to thresh down the Atlantum ore, but the only other thing, or not the only other thing I did, but some other things I did were I made the silverthorn extract come down here, so we're producing cooling fans in here. There's storing up in here. We've made quite a bit already. Looks like we need to also fill our machines back up, but I'll do that later. And then we also added along this back here, we have just copper wire and electrical parts being made back here, so that's really nice. And then we are also making processor units, I think, somewhere around here. No, just electrical components, so my bad. And then I will head over to the hydro area because I did a little bit of work there, and yeah, I'll see you guys when I'm over there. Okay, as you guys can see, I added in a little walkway here that connects both sides and connects up to the facility. I also came up with like a new design for this front area so I could get the 5x5 flooring fit inside of there. And then we added a couple more generators to the side, and I also found out that if you move them back, it'll just go through the wall, so it looks nicer than the janky thing that I had. And then pretty much all I did was just expand out the ceiling with floors, and then added a bunch of batteries. And I'm pretty sure that's all I did. I might have added a couple machines elsewhere, but I'll go check out on Victor because I forgot. But we will go to the next floor here in a second. Oh yes, we did add quite a bit up here. I forgot. So I don't think this was here in the last episode, but we got this making plant matter frames, and that's what's going down there to help out the electrical components. And then I guess we have these going, and I forgot to set those up, but we also have a long line of iron coming in, and we are making mechanical components which are going in here to make inserters, and we have a bunch of inserters being made. And then we just have a bunch of copper being produced to make copper wire, and also to make the mechanical components, then also to make conveyor belts, just Mark 1 conveyor belts, just because that was some of the stuff that we needed. And then we also brought the shiverthorn down here. Oh yes, I already showed this with the cooling systems, but yeah. But that should allow us to start making more stuff like blue research cores and help us out quite a bit. And I'll probably just keep doing stuff like that off recording, just adding on little bits and parts to the factory like that. But now we are going to head on up to Excalibur. Okay. Nice open area. There's like no resources zone. We have to drop down here. Copper. What else is back here? Not looking like much. I'm gonna run up this river and see if I see anything. There we go. Just to see if there's any secret area. Oh, like that chest right there. I do not think that chest was there. Yeah, but there's nothing up here. I'm gonna grab this chest. It's like right below here. There it is. Okay, some more Mark II generators. I'll always take those. Those produce a lot more power. Got some huge kind of facility. I'm just gonna go down this river. There probably won't be anything down here, but worth taking. Maybe not. I'm not going down that river. Back around and try to find the entrance to this place. Alrighty, here we are. Oh, we got some more lantern ore. Good, good. That, I realize, is going to be a pain for us. It's going to be a lot of work working with that. Clear Excalibur blockage. Oh, it's behind here? Really? Okay. Thankfully, I brought a bunch of mining charges. We're just going to detonate these real quick because we do need the Atlanta ore. Alright, that's good enough. Let's see. Like up and to the right. Is this it? Here we go. Alright. Blow it all up. That note, please. Yeah, now we're getting a bunch of Atlanta ore. Yeah, that's good enough for me. If we need more, we can come back.
Welcome, Groundbreaker, to the Excalibur. Proceed to your designated safety area and prepare for descent. We are bound for our final destination, Sector Victor. Upon arrival, preparations for our scheduled re-ascension will begin immediately. Do not delay in exiting the vessel.
Okay. Interesting. So they were on their way to Victor. Craft speed, there we go. Well, luckily I have what we need to open this.
Task inbound. Supply facility access door with self-repair materials.
This store has another self-repair requirement, but we're in no position to argue. This is an emergency. If you haven't started making those yet, get going. Lots of memories rushing back. For a moment, I thought they were distorted, but now I realize it was something else. This place is...
It's a nice box.
Literally. This is the Excalibur.
This is trippy.
It belonged to the expedition. That factory and all those people I was expecting to find, they were a part of it. And so were we.
Drill
This
bit
locker
piece.
is empty, but the scanner can pick up molecular traces from things it had in it previously. Even if they don't unlock new technologies, scannable objects like these can round out your data bank with background information. Keep an eye out for them. Very acrobatic of you to find a way up here, Breaker. This navigational sphere is inactive, but your scanner was able to pull a databank entry from it.
Whoa. It's a good dead dude.
We were too late. Only one person would have been in that chair.
Scan that? Who was that one person that would have been there? Hello, dead guy. What is this?
This is Colonel Stefan Wagner. Your suit is failing to transmit a signature. Identify yourself.
Paladin? Sir, you're alive!
In much the same way that you are, it would seem. It is a strange thing to be a witness to your own lifeless body.
I was unlucky enough to end up next to mine too, but yeah.
I'm not sure what we are now, but I know somehow that I am still myself. I am conscious, I am choosing these words. My experience of this loss is emotional.
Hey, I'm in no better shape than you are. And this breaker has something wrong with their suit. For all we know, they could be a stack of drones in a trench coat. Either way, at least we've got a body to work with.
Precisely. For now, we must focus on goals that we can achieve. If the sensors from my command bridge were correct, our manufacturing in Sector Victor has been compromised. How far has your exhaustive reconstruction progressed?
Exhaustive reconstruction? Sir, it's the entire sector.
My apologies, Sergeant. I did not realize you had more pressing commitments.
We're rebuilding, sir, but mostly to focus on recovering signals for search and rescue. We can't reach command, we don't have orders, and for all we know, every sector could be exactly like this one. Gone.
Sergeant, your unit could go for months without direction from the surface. That's what deep reconnaissance is about. That's why we chose you to lead it. The resources we came here to harvest, refine, and bring home to Earth are still needed. There is no hardship we can face that does not pale in comparison to the strife that will be visited upon humanity if we fail. Until we learn otherwise, our mission to industrialize this world remains. And rest assured that we will rescue everyone we can to help us accomplish it. But we will accomplish it.
I understand. Either way, sir, we're going to give it everything we've got.
Good. Now let us find our friends. Your mining drills are unacceptable. Why are you not utilizing the Mark II?
We never had the parts down here to fix them when they broke, sir. And Atlantum was extremely good at breaking them.
Extremely disappointing. The entire purpose of our science team was to adapt our technologies for such purposes.
I know they were working on some kind of Mark II Part 2, but it also sounded like they were making the whole thing up. Probably turned out to be more difficult than they thought.
We shall see for ourselves.
Local signal deciphered. Ingress RD3215. Report to production terminal Victor for triangulation.
Okay, so we have another signal to decipher. I love how that guy was just all business, wanting to get back to mining, even though he's somehow in a cube. Don't worry him at all. He doesn't care about it. And for all we know, we might not even be human, so that's great. Going to decipher
Signal
this.
triangulated. New location added to HUD. Heavy interference.
Interesting. We're going to upgrade this real quick because I have the resources to do so.
Did I mention how you need lots of explosives for those blast drills? Well, now you need even more of them for your blast smelters. Blast smelters open up a lot of possibilities, but their main job is producing metallic slabs. And you won't be able to build blast smelters until you figure out ceramics, so activating that on the tech tree should be your first priority. Hope you like dirt.
Interesting. Yeah, we do need a lot of explosives, but that was a lot to take in because that was a lot of story packed into one little bit. So I don't know, like the aliens or whatever, the things that live on this planet, I guess, are turning people into cubes or something. I don't know. A lot. Alrighty, we have 382 meters to go. We have 150 meters right there. Let's see. You're missing drill bits and mining drills. So we'll toss those in there. don't remember where any of this stuff is.
Warning.
There we go.
Yune has anti-gravitational weight limit exceeded.
Your suit can only hold so much in a weightless state without slowing you down, Breaker. Get to a container and offload a few things as soon as possible.
Well, I already did that. Alrighty, I'm going to focus on getting to the next level and drilling that 382 meters that we need to drill. So I'm going to wait until we get to that point, and once we get there, I will pick back up. Alrighty guys, we have our last 2 meters to go, so we're just going to throw in this drill bit and wait to unlock the research area. Be any second now. You can actually watch it go down right here.
Excavation complete. Elevation to research level restored. Upgrade to excavator pit Mark 3 mildly recommended.
Mildly recommended. Probably because we have almost 2,000 meters to go. Like that is crazy. But at least we unlocked the research area. So let's head on up there. Well, this area looks nice. Whoa.
Senior officer detected. Research assignment not detected. Access denied.
Whoa.
We do not have time for these
Something
distractions.
down there.
System, receive authorization Zeta 17.
Senior command authorization acknowledged.
Oh, nice.
Override of facility restriction now in effect.
So you weren't really supposed to be in here either, sir? I'm up for building some half-finished prototypes if you are.
Focus your attention on the mining drill. Reckless interference in classified research projects is likely to be responsible for our situation in the first place.
All right.
Okay, this is like mainly empty. It had to be like a main facility. I guess it is a research facility. Okay, more mole. Okay, more mole upgrades. And then we got beacons I don't really use. But more crank generators I will always take. Record I did try out.
Calyx. Still hard to believe we're somewhere in the middle of this thing.
It was unlike anything mankind had ever experienced. A rogue planet, drifting through the cosmos, origin unknown.
I remember now. We had probes out across the system, figuring out how to bring home critical resources from Neptune, Venus, wherever we could get them.
Yes. On Earth, we had used up everything. We needed a miracle, and Calyx was that miracle. Dead on the surface, but filled with unimaginable wealth, and passing through our outer heliosphere for a few decades at most.
If those probes hadn't been out there, Calyx would have flown right past us. It's an awful lot of luck for a species that doesn't particularly deserve it.
And yet it was precisely what inspired our species to come together in a way that many did not believe possible.
Here we are.
Stop! Thieves! What are you doing in our laboratory?
Ma'am, we're sorry for the intrusion. This is Technical Sergeant Amanda Sparks.
Ah oui, technique. Avec quoi? Une pied de biche?
Don't have enough to repair it.
Miss Laurent, I will remind you of our oath to uphold a common language.
Colonel, I did not realize you were there. Your dedication to expeditionary principles is always a pleasure. Are you and the sergeant having fun running around playing army? I apologize if my automated message accused you of mutiny. I'm certain you would never take part in something so, controversial.
Apology accepted. What is your status, Major?
It's quite intriguing. An unknown incident seems to have provoked the planetary core to release a large wave of energy across all of Calyx. This wave has had a particular effect on certain indigenous materials that I have been attempting to understand ever since we arrived. If these materials can be harnessed, I believe we can achieve our production goals with a fraction of the efforts we had planned for, and secure the future of humanity for millennia.
Ma'am, I think the Colonel was asking for a report on your status. Are you okay? Are you alone? And I know this question may come across as unusual, but are you a cube?
Am I a cube?
Yes, ma'am.
No, Sergeant. I am not a cube, and I am very busy. Please get out of my laboratory and stop setting off alarms so I can concentrate on saving the world. Feel free to dig up, smelt, and merry-go-round all the garbage your heart desires in the meantime.
Major, industrial construction is what we came to Calyx to do, and this is not the first time you have made exaggerations about the potential of your work. I am ordering you to contact Command and inform them that we require immediate assistance. Your research into this energy wave can wait.
Oh, how unfortunate. This radio is malfunctioning. Oh, bonne chance.
Connection terminated.
Sergeant, yourself and the Groundbreaker are to disregard Mirage. She is likely by herself at a remote research outpost far from here and has no grasp on the gravity of what has transpired.
Understood, sir. We'll keep building.
Facility access door unavailable. Refer to display panel for self-repair
Okay, so that
requirements.
was a lot. So there was like a wave that went around the
scientists were using these
planet.
plants as scenery or an experiment. They weren't secretive, but they didn't exactly go out of their way to tell people what they were doing either. Personally, I'd toss them into a thresher and be done with it. The plants, not the scientists. You know I didn't mean that.
So there's like a wave that went around and just turned people into cubes except me, but we don't even know if I'm human. So we came here to this planet because we exhausted all the resources
Warning.
on
Classified
Earth.
materials detected.
I wonder if this alloy is the material Mirage was talking about. The stuff that was somehow affected by that energy wave?
Possibly, but we have neither the equipment nor the expertise to do anything but speculate.
And it looks like someone wiped every terminal in here. Probably her.
There's some
Also
free
speculative,
research cores.
but very likely.
Whee. Okay, well that was not completely pointless. Let's go.
When I was down in that facility, a part of me thought that maybe I was making all of this up. My crew, my life, the expedition. Your mind starts filling in the blanks you don't want to think about anymore. Like it knows there isn't any harm in it because you're never getting out of there anyways. A sinking feeling that keeps sinking. But it was real. There were hundreds of people here. Thousands. They worked here. We cared about them. We were in this together. I'm not saying all this to hold on to whatever happened to me. I'm saying this to let it go.
If there were thousands of people here, why are there not thousands of cubes? Or what happened to the rest of them? Hopefully we figured that out. And you know, while she was talking, I thought about it. What if we were just a cube that grew arms and legs? Kind of funny. Make our way out of here. Then, we're gonna see if we can try and get up there to that top part.
This dish must have been for some kind of experimental communication technology. As you can see, it's currently being pointed at a few hundred miles of rock, which makes absolutely no sense. I know there was some weird science to how the production terminals communicated with each other across sectors, and I remember it being one of those things that seemed to go down constantly. The backup system was a ton of buried wire. We like the backup system.
Now time to see what's in here. Really? You make me do this jump? 50 and 20. Well, don't have that. We're gonna have to come back here. Now time to go try and get over to this other area. Just a bunch of Atlantum.
Warning. Unknown entity detected.
What in the world? There's just a bunch of Atlantum around here, so this is definitely where the Atlantum factory is going to be, but what is this thing?
Alert. Full spectrum analysis failure. Caution advised.
This must be the monolith we heard about on those tapwire recordings.
Do you have any sense of the relationship between our cubic forms and these structures? The recordings implied it, but I feel nothing.
The monolith creeps me out, but that feels more like a me thing than a cube thing.
Perhaps our cubes are defective.
What in the world?
I'm a bad cube.
So let's go get this chest that's in the ceiling. There it is. Nice. Okay, now we're gonna go back down this ramp and go get the chest that's down here. There it is. Okay. The bio-brick diesel is huge. And we got a tier 2 smelter, so all we're gonna do is hit respawn. And just like that, we're back over here. That was a pretty easy chest to get, so can't complain too much. Aha, my secret base. Told you I'd get around it. Alrighty guys, well I think with that, I think that is a pretty good episode. I mean, there was a lot of story. We found Paladin dead, but into a cube. We also went to the research facility and found that there's another person named Mirage, but she's probably not around here. And according to her, she's not a cube like Sparks and Paladin are. That's pretty interesting. There might be another human like me, if I am even human. But yeah, I think I will do some more work on the factory off camera and just you know, start producing more things. But for now guys, I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.